I know because I've been through the process how challenging it can be mentally and emotionally when you realize that there are certain people that you just cannot keep in your life or you have to distance yourself from. And sometimes it can even be the people that actually gave you life on this earth, the ones that you grew up with. Um, and the challenges that comes um, from being like a mental tug on you and emotional tug on you to the point where you may even question yourself, am I doing the right thing? Because these people will sometimes make you feel like that, that what you think you're better than us, or you're acting funny, you're acting differently. But that's what change does when you recognize that certain people, places, or things just don't belong in your life anymore, or to have access to you in the way that they once did. And um, that comes with resistance. When you are actually on a path of self improvement, those who are not supportive of that will reveal themselves. And to me, if someone needs or feel the need to control or manipulate a person in any way in order for them to get their way, they're not thinking of the person who's really trying to improve themselves. And the thing is, it's like when you get tired and you're getting dizzy from being on this merry-go-round and nothing changes, the people continue to do what they've been doing. And I've noticed that real change doesn't come because everybody's comfortable in their dysfunction, except for you. And then it comes a point where you're like, okay, for me, I would rather be by myself than to continue feeling stifled or ridiculed or judged or lied upon or betrayed. All these negative things. And it's like I can do bad by myself. If a person can't be there for me when I need them the most, not the way they think I need them, but how I actually need them, then it's not always um, in a material way. Sometimes, you may need someone to talk to without judgment, someone to cry to, lean on without judgment. Sometimes you just need somebody to hold you. That's it. Sometimes you just need that, and sometimes you can go through things and you just want to vent, but somehow, some way, they turn it around and switch it around and make it about them or something else, or tell you that you're overreacting or whatever. It's And when that happens, it's like, then what's the whole point? What's the whole point of having someone in my life that cannot truly love me, support me in the way that I really need? So I'd rather be by myself. And what I've learned by being by myself, making those hard emotional decisions, was that I was better by myself. I became stronger by myself. And don't get it twisted. I do have a spiritual team, ancestors and angels of light and love and all the all the good stuff. Who all the good energy that supports me truly. Because without them on the other side, I wouldn't even be here making this video. I really would. So what it taught me by being by myself was that I had no other human being on this earth. So I developed an even stronger relationship with my spiritual team. And I realized that I was able to do more than I thought I could. I was able to endure more than I thought I could. And I think when it comes to detaching from people, places, and things, it's all to make us stronger. Because sometimes we are dependent, codependent on other people and things and places. All of that. We become dependent on it because that's all we've known. And it was like I remember having a conversation at the time with when my world just exploded and the dust was beginning to settle, and I was talking to a former friend, that, why me? Why me? I haven't done anything. Why is all this happening? And then she said to me, why not you? Why not you? What makes you think that you're so special that you're that you're going to avoid adversities and challenges? And that really made me think. It's like, oh, I just felt like, I'm a good person with a good heart. I don't mean any harm by anybody. I will help before I harm someone, or I would just walk away. So why me? But as I began to heal and grieve the fact that things were not going to be as I hoped they would be, there was potential there, but it takes two to make any relationship work. And so I decided that I would continue on my healing journey. But what I realized is that I'm a lot stronger than I thought I really was. And that I was able to grow emotionally and spiritually in ways I didn't think that was possible. I didn't know that I needed that at the time. But it was truly for me. It was done for my good, for my growth. It wasn't done to me, but it was done for me. And now I can be around some of the same people that hurt me, betrayed me, triggered me, and I'm less triggered. What they do, what they say bothers me less and less, like to the point where I don't have a reaction to it. I stay balanced. Not that I'm numb, it's that I see it for what it really is. And that's the thing about certain relationship dynamics. The person's not going to change, and you know it. So you have to be the change. You have to be the change, and you have to give yourself whatever it is that you are needing. Truly. And that's what I did. I know, it may sound weird to some people, but I don't care. But when I needed a hug, when I was in emotional and even physical pain, I gave myself a hug. When I needed to cry out, I cried. When I needed to talk and vent, I did that. But I did that with my spirit team. They're there. Always there. have no doubt about it. I've had too many experiences, even before my world blew apart, that there was always something invisible, intangible, that was always there around me. So what it did, it made me extremely strong. And I know from past experiences is that everything I've gone through was just preparation for something that I was going to need. It was training for something ahead of me. And I couldn't even be sharing my testimony if there wasn't a test. I wouldn't be able to assist others if I hadn't gone through it and walked through it myself. Sometimes you don't see how the pain is going to benefit you when you're going through it, but know that it will. And not just you, but to help others. You never know who's going to cross your path, who may be in the similar situation that you're in or that you've been in, and you can shed light on to their situation. You can pour into them, give them hope. You just never know. But the thing is like, listen, a lot of people are warriors but don't realize that they're warriors. A lot of people will see themselves as a victim before they see themselves as a warrior. But the simple fact that you're still here today, that you're even listening to this, is a testament that, listen, you haven't given up, even though you may have wanted to, but there's something deep inside your soul that knows that you can't give up. You don't want to go backwards, so you just keep moving forward, regardless of how slow it may seem, the steps that you take, the changes that happen. But it's the fact that you make a decision to make a change for the better. The simple fact that you're catching those patterns that no longer serve you, and then you begin to change that mindset, the behaviors, even the words that you speak. So on this process, you really do have to give yourself a lot of grace. I mean, you would give it to someone else, so why not you? You would give kind words to someone else that was going through a tough time. Why not you? Why not do that for yourself? And a lot of times, people, I've seen it too many times, look for love outside of themselves in different ways, for different reasons. But the path will lead you back to yourself. Those lessons, those experiences with other people and situations, is really to lead us back to ourselves, to give ourselves what we're looking for outside of ourselves. And different things. It could be drinking, it can be drugs or pills or sex or gossiping, like all of this stuff, but it goes back to self-love. So just know that things do get better, but you have to know that regardless of what is going on, things will get better. But it's also a choice every day, and sometimes every hour, to reassure yourself that things are going to get better. And pour into yourself in the ways that you've poured into others. It's your time. It's our time. And don't apologize for taking care of you. You're not obligated. You're not obligated to give anyone an explanation about the changes you're making. You're not obligated to respond to any correspondence from anybody. Because as adults, it's like it's my life. This is how I choose to live it. And I don't, and you don't have to explain anything to anybody. There's always exceptions, whatever. Like if you're co-parenting and things like that. But the bottom line is we have to get out of this web that has been woven around us and all these attachments of dysfunctional relationships and habits and mindsets, and create something brand new. I've been questioned a lot about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, why I do it. And the thing is, let's be real, a lot of people just ain't gonna understand. But it's not for them to understand because it's your journey. And I truly believe the people who are focusing more on what I'm doing than what they're doing, that is the problem right there. They keep looking outside themselves and criticizing and judging and gossiping. So, but yet they don't take the time to make themselves better, to improve themselves. And I just keep my distance from those people as much as possible. And I keep doing me. Why? Because I don't owe anyone an explanation. I don't. I do the bare minimum. I share the bare minimum. So hopefully this will encourage someone out there. Things will get better. Just keep doing you. Keep doing you.